I have a dream. A dream that one day I'll be able to create a game like Minecraft. But probably not in the way you're thinking. In fact, the game I want to create doesn't have to have anything in common with Terraria's clone, but just one thing. And that thing is history. Hello YouTube, my dev name's FancyBugs, I make games, and today I'll share with you why Minecraft is one of the games that made me take up game dev as a hobby and then turn it into, I hope at least, lifetime passion.
Here, I'm gonna open some CSGO cases and I'll open some knives. I'm gonna be so rich.
First things first, I think we can all agree that Minecraft has become a pretty old game by now. It's 11 years old already, being officially released in 2011 and having its development start back in 2009. Many things have been added, changed or removed from the game over the course of these years, and that makes, if you ask me, for a pretty interesting history and development process. A fascinating one even. I've played and known this game for so much time that I've got to see it grow, and actually, I'd say the game got to see me grow too. We grew up together, it seems. And after all these years, I still feel this game has things to hide, waiting for me to discover them. I mean, probably everyone has that one game in their lives, right? And it's just by chance that Minecraft is that game for me. But that's how it is. Even though I don't really play Roblox's clone anymore, sometimes I still find myself going through and reading about various things on the game's official wiki, whether they be about some removed entity, some upcoming feature, or maybe some forgotten gameplay mechanic. For example, one thing that really caught my attention was this page, or pages, I think there were more actually, about the older versions of Minecraft, alpha, pre-alpha, in-dev, inf-dev, so on and so forth. While all it was about were mainly just some update logs, I think I could easily see myself spending hours reading everything, if there were enough things to spend so much time on. I really don't know what's the reason behind it. Maybe it's because I find the development process of Minecraft, and video games in general, to be so interesting. Maybe it's because I want to learn more about what led Notch to the success he now enjoys upon making a simple block building game, or maybe it's merely because of the nostalgia, even though the first version I've played was 1.8.2 beta. But of course, just reading about these ancient forgotten versions of the game wasn't enough, so after doing this, I've searched through the internet in order to play them, and upon finally managing to find and run these versions of the game, I was pretty amazed to see how many things have changed since 29. For instance, I think many people know that zombies used to drop feathers, that's a pretty known one, but did you know that before the addition of the furnace, ores could be smelted into ingots by simply throwing them into fire, or that you could mine stone and ores with your hand and their respective blocks would actually drop, or that what the iron ore actually used to drop back then upon mining it, with your hand of course, was like 4 or 5 whole blocks of iron. I think it would have been pretty insane if the same thing happened today in the game, but enough with that, you've got a point. Overall, I think that's why I got into game development and why I love it so much. I guess it's the technical aspect of games, what happens behind the scenes, and most importantly, how games are under this constant evolution throughout their lifespan. How they continuously become something better, most of the time at least, and how the developers themselves also grow and change with their game, because that game is basically some kind of mirror that reflects their image and ideas. And sometimes these change too, just like the person. After all, everything changes. Everything but one. And that's war.
War never changes.
But yeah, now to be honest, maybe this isn't so much about Minecraft after all, even though it has had quite an influence on me, rather than it being about the journey of making a game, so yeah, I guess that saying the destination doesn't matter, the journey does, somehow applies to game dev too. If you found this video to be interesting, tell me about it in the comments section and maybe I'll make more content like this in the future. Also, maybe try and do this thing yourself if you have some free time on your hands. Just pick a game, any game, it could be your favorite game for example, and just dig as much information as you can about it from the internet. You will be amazed at how many facts about it that you've never heard of before you can find, and who knows, maybe that will make you decide to pick up game development as a hobby yourself if you haven't already. So yeah, I guess that's all for today. See ya.